Breaking news, a Dane County judge rules parts of Act 10 unconstitutional after groups file a lawsuit challenging the Scott Walker-era law, what it means moving forward. Plus, President Biden reportedly acknowledging the next few days as critical for his campaign following last week's debate. And with the RNC 12 days away, we go inside Milwaukee's Pfizer Forum to see how the arena floor is being converted into a political convention. That's all coming up on News 3 Now at 10. We lead with that breaking news from a Dane County Circuit Court judge who ruled elements of Act 10 unconstitutional. Act 10 is a law enacted in 2011 by then-Governor Scott Walker, curbing collective bargaining units for unions in Wisconsin. Political reporter Will Keneally in the newsroom tonight with what we know from today's ruling. Will?
Armand, this is a landmark ruling here in Wisconsin. Act 10 essentially created two groups of public employees, public safety employees like police and fire, for example, and general employees. Now, collective bargaining rights were limited for that general group. The judge ruled today that how lawmakers drew that line, saying that state capitol police, for example, are general employees, not public safety employees, that line isn't rational, which makes the whole thing unconstitutional. Now, this was a major piece of legislation passed by former Governor Scott Walker. The fallout from that law drew thousands of protesters to the Capitol Square during the early months of 2011. Now, lawmakers passed Act 10 with the goal of helping the state budget, and Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu said in a statement tonight that the judge's decision would cost taxpayers money. He added that, quote, "Once again, the only way Democrats can get their way is through activist judges dropping decisions on a holiday weekend." Now, this is the first challenge that we've seen to Act 10 since the Wisconsin Supreme Court gained a new liberal majority last year, so we could expect this law to remain struck down.
Will, thank you. And after a washed out yesterday, it was great to see the sunshine and temperatures return to the 80s today. Tomorrow's 4th of July holiday will start off dry, but as we move deeper into the day, there's a possibility of showers and thunderstorms. Meteorologist Jacob Montesano is out on the weather patio tonight. He's tracking your Independence Day forecast. Jacob?
Yeah, I'm not sure if you can hear it on my mic, but there are some people already celebrating Independence Day. A lot of fireworks going off behind me somewhere in the distance. I can't actually see them, but conditions right now are just about perfect. You know, we're seeing temperatures in the 70s for much of our area. It is a little humid, but the heat index value very close to the actual temperatures. And really, it's only fairly humid around here in Madison. Other parts of our area have already dropped into the lower 70s, while Dane County is kind of hanging on to the upper 70s. But as I mentioned, it is a little humid, 60-degree dew points or 60 to 70-degree dew points for a lot of the area, but not really making too much of an impact on the heat index values. Current radar is dry. That's going to be the case throughout much of the night. We'll see clear skies with lows dropping into the middle 60s. There are a lot of fireworks going off. I'm not sure if that's picking up, but anyway, 65 is the forecasted low for tonight. And as we get to the day tomorrow, we're going to see highs rise to the 80s with a good chance for some storms in the afternoon and evening, kind of later afternoon and evening. The good news is that the rain does look like it could be brief, but it may happen right during the fireworks show. I'll talk more in detail about the timing of the rainfall tomorrow coming up a little bit later.
Jacob, thank you. Brand new tonight, authorities say the search for a missing Dodge County woman is now a death investigation. Last Thursday, Sheriff Dale Schmidt announcing his office was looking for 37-year-old Crystal Rosh of the Kleiman area. The next day, the sheriff shared Rosh's estranged husband, Zakaria, had been arrested for allegedly using her bank accounts to make unauthorized purchases. No further details of the investigation into Rosh's death are being shared at this time. Dane County authorities are investigating after a 4-year-old was found unresponsive earlier today, then later died at the hospital. The child was found shortly before 10 a.m. at a home on Box Elder Road, that's near Marshall. Despite life-saving efforts by police and paramedics, the child was pronounced dead at the hospital. An autopsy will be performed to determine how the child died. An update now after a home in Walworth County blew up yesterday afternoon. Authorities say the only person inside at the time of the blast died from his injuries. First responders were called to a home in the town of Lafayette on Culo Road before 2:30 yesterday afternoon. There they found a 68-year-old man in the rubble. He was taken to the hospital by helicopter but has since died. The cause of the explosion remains under investigation. A 24-year-old Madison man will spend 4 years in prison after a hit and run on the city's north side left a woman dead. Court records show Anthony Moore pleaded guilty to homicide by vehicle while using a controlled substance. He was arrested in May 2023 after striking 4-year-old Nicole McDougal with his vehicle at the intersection of Aberg and Shopko Drives. Prosecutors say McDougal was crossing the street with the walk sign on. Witnesses say Moore ran a red light and never attempted to brake. He'll get credit for nearly 200 days served already. And a 21-year-old Madison man who pleaded guilty to 2 counts of attempted first-degree intentional homicide from a shooting 2 summers ago will go to prison for 12 years. That's the sentence a judge handed down to Jamari Mondi. He and a co-defendant, Evian Vaccaro, were charged after shooting at a parked car at a McDonald's on the city's north side. 2 teens in the car were hit by the gunfire and injured. Mondi pleaded guilty to the charges last July. President Biden has reportedly acknowledged in private that his candidacy is on the line. As first reported by the New York Times, an insider who's close to Biden said the two spoke yesterday about his campaign. The source said that Biden sees clearly that he must make amends, and soon, for last week's poor debate performance to shore up polling and fundraising. However, the White House is pushing back on that account.
The president telling people he's evaluating the race?
False. That is absolutely false. I saw that reporting. We were not given enough time to get back to that reporting, just a couple of minutes, and we asked the president. The president responded directly when asked about this question because we said that we would, and the president said it is absolutely false.
Biden has reportedly blamed himself for his performance during last Thursday's CNN presidential debate, claiming that back-to-back trips to France and Italy beforehand were a bad idea. At the same time, a number of Democratic lawmakers say Biden's candidacy could suppress voter turnout, which could affect their aim in taking back Congress from Republican control. And tonight at the White House, Biden met with Democratic governors in person and virtually to shore up campaign support. After that meeting, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz told reporters the president is still fit for office.
The president has three and a half years of delivering for us, going through what we've all been through. None of us are denying. Thursday night was a bad performance. It was a bad hit, if you will, on that. But it doesn't impact what I believe. He's delivering.
Interestingly enough, Governor Tony Evers did not attend. He instead spoke before tonight's Concerts on the Square performance in Madison. And we're getting a look inside Pfizer Forum in Milwaukee, where much of the setup is coming together for the Republican National Convention, now less than 2 weeks away. The stage and background displays are in the process of being built, as is work on the floor, which will host seating for 2,600 GOP delegates. Aside from the delegates, the seating inside Pfizer Forum is reserved for alternate delegates and other guests. And while a lot of focus will be happening on what's happening inside Pfizer Forum during the convention, a legal battle is brewing about what could be happening outside nearby. A federal judge will decide whether protesters can be placed during the event. This right now a live look at the arena, where nearby 2 locations are designated for demonstrations. But the Coalition to March on the RNC says those spots are too far away from the arena where former President Donald Trump and his supporters will be taking the stage.
The Coalition to March on the RNC remains steadfast in trying to secure our permit for our march, but we do plan on marching without one if we need to. Many of us have exclusively marched without permits here in Milwaukee, without being impeded or hurt. We expect the same treatment while the Republicans are here to visit Milwaukee.
The lawsuit claims Milwaukee's ordinances for protests and parades violate First Amendment rights by putting limits on where people can make their voices heard. Attorneys say they expect a decision no later than early next week. And a possible financial boost for the Madison Metropolitan School District this upcoming school year. There's more money from the Department of Public Instruction than what was expected to be available, about $1 million more. The general aid from the DPI is the largest form of state support to Madison Public Schools. This year, 70% of school districts, including MMSD, are seeing an increase in that aid. And while the increase helps, it's not enough to solve the problems the district is facing. And that's why MMSD approved 2 referendum questions on the November ballot. Well, what better way to kick off the Independence Day festivities than with patriotic music, thousands of your fellow community members, and some fanfare on the square? That was the name of tonight's performance for week 2 of Concerts on the Square. Organizers thought a lot of people packed the Capitol lawn last week, but tonight they saw even more blankets and lawn chairs out. Amy Bell Ferris has been reserving her spot with her family early in the day for the past 10 years.
We try to see as many as we can. I think our boys who are 8 and 6 will really appreciate this one, maybe a little bit more than some of the other ones.
That might be because tonight featured selections from the science fiction horror film Nope soundtrack, and of course the Independence Day traditions, the 1812 Overture, and Armed Forces Salute. It makes veterans like Ellen Bodden, who served in the U.S. Navy, proud to come to this and every concert on the square since the beginning.
Well, it's a patriotic thing to do. You can feel it in here. Gives me goosebumps every year. And never changes. Warms your heart. See this.
This 41st Concerts on the Square season is also Maestro Andrew Sewell's 25th conducting. Next Wednesday will feature Grammy Award-winning Native American singer-songwriter Bill Miller. Well, more stories are straight ahead, including a group of young rockers looking to make it big. They're returning to Summerfest for a second weekend on Saturday. We'll share what they did in order to play in front of hundreds.
You're watching News 3 Now, voted Station of the Year 2023 by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association.
In the courtroom, we see Donald Trump for who he is. He's been convicted of 34 felonies, found liable for sexual assault, and he committed financial fraud. Meanwhile, Joe Biden's been working, lowering health care costs and making big corporations pay their fair share. This election is between a convicted criminal who's only out for himself and a president who's fighting for your family.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
I'm coming to you live from Wisconsin, where the Wisconsin Lottery's newest scratch game is taking over. Let me tell you, this is big. Are you getting this? It's Winning Streak, a brand new $10 scratch game. Match any of your numbers to winning numbers or reveal 3 identical numbers in a row. You could win up to $100,000. So cool. Now available at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
With Sweeto Metal Roofing, you get quality metal roofs installed by the best in the business. A metal roof means no fading, no storm repairs, true sustainability, and lower energy bills.
Sweeto Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I am so looking forward to this. We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point. Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. And your Ford dealer is the place to start. With a full lineup of vehicles and available powertrains. Get your ideal combination of power and capability with gas, hybrid, or all electric. But more important than the power you choose is what you choose to do with it.
Choose FlexBuy on Escape and get 1.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $1,000 FlexBuy cash. Only at your local Wisconsin Ford dealer.
Jennifer Hudson Show.
Man, I love it.
We're all losing it over global superstar Kylie Minogue.
You on the road, honey.
And we're sending someone to the Grammys.
We are giving you 2 tickets.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Moving forward.
Well, Alice Cooper once said school's out for summer, and that's a good thing for these local high school rockers because they're about to play Summerfest in a few weeks. It won't be their first time. This is No Limit, a local band made up of students from Winona Grove and Columbus. No Limit was named one of 10 finalists in this year's Rockconsin music competition, a statewide garage band competition for students between 7th and 12th grades. They got to play last weekend at Summerfest in Milwaukee, just a 20-minute set. But here's where it gets better. They were named Rockconsin's runner-up and were invited back to play a 45-minute set on Saturday.
We're really looking forward to having kind of a longer set this weekend.
as opposed to our previous 20-minute set that we got, because it gives us a chance to show off kind of more of our musical capabilities and like everything that we've learned over the years together as a band.
No Limit describes their sound as a 90s grunge alternative rock music. They'll play at the Aurora Pavilion stage Saturday at Summerfest from 12:45 until 1:30 p.m. Bad news if you buy tickets through Ticketmaster. The personal information of more than 1,000 customers has been exposed in a data breach. Ticketmaster confirmed that hackers obtained information including emails, phone numbers, and credit cards. The data was stolen between April 2nd and May 18th. Ticketmaster believes all customers affected by the breach have been notified. The company is offering identity monitoring services to those who enroll within 90 days of receiving that notice. Customers are advised to monitor their credit and bank accounts for signs of suspicious activity. And a federal judge in Texas is delaying a ban on non-compete clauses for employees. The judge wrote the court plans to have a ruling on the merits of the action by the end of next month. The ban would prevent employers from imposing non-compete deals for most already active agreements. It was originally approved by the Federal Trade Commission in April. The FTC says roughly 20% of all U.S. workers have a non-compete clause in their current jobs. Officials say this hinders their chances of getting a better employment opportunity elsewhere. Trader Joe's recalling a popular candle tonight because the flame grows to be larger than expected. The grocery chain says its mango tangerine scented candle's flame can spread from the wick to the wax with a possible unexpected burn pattern. Customers are being urged to discard the candle or return it to any Trader Joe's location for a full refund. The retailer did not say whether there were any injuries caused by the candle. COVID cases are on the rise yet again, but how can they be accurately tracked when fewer and fewer are going to the doctor's office to take a test? The answer is the toilet. 2 new variants are causing a rise in infections, with scientists turning to wastewater collection and sampling to get a better glimpse of COVID in the community.
When they flush the toilet, it goes to the wastewater treatment plant. We can take a sample there and it represents, all of the people, all of the toilets that were flushed in that community. So we do think that wastewater has the possibility of being like a weather report for the health in your community.
According to the Wisconsin State Laboratory of Hygiene, 11 of the 45 wastewater monitoring sites around the state are showing significant increases in COVID, and 10 more are showing moderate increases. The CDC has a dashboard to view the wastewater data in your community. We have a link to that dashboard up right now on channel3000.com. A new study shows many tattoo inks contain bacteria that can cause acne and UTIs. The FDA looked at sealed ink used for both tattoo and permanent makeup. Researchers found about 35% of it was contaminated. It made no difference if the label claimed the ink had been sterilized. This was the first study to look at anaerobic bacteria in tattoo ink. It was published in the journal Applied and Environmental Microbiology. Time for another check of the first warn forecast. Here's meteorologist Jacob Montesano. Jacob, no ink, I hope.
No, I've never had a tattoo, and I don't think there's going to be a tattoo on the forecast. I don't even know how that would work. But anyway, here's a look at the 3 things you need to know. We are going to see warm temperatures again for your 4th of July, but still comfortable temperatures. But we do have a storm chance by the time we get to the afternoon and evening, especially the late afternoon and evening. And overall temperatures will stay pretty close to normal going forward, which for this time of year still means the temperatures will be fairly warm. Now, as we look at the current radar, we aren't seeing anything, and we're not expected to see anything for at least about 12 hours or so. Probably not going to see much until the afternoon hours, as I mentioned. So looking at the overnight forecast, we are going to see dry conditions. By the time we get to the morning, we could see some showers for the northern portion of our area, but the heaviest rain in the morning will stay off in the central and northern portion of the state. But as we get to the afternoon, we may start to see some more showers kind of make their way south and impact places north of Dane County, especially northeast of Dane County. And as we get into the later afternoon and evening, we're going to see a line of showers and storms move through parts of our area, especially north for the early portion of the evening. And as we get towards the later evening, we'll see a round of showers and storms move into our area from the west. Small chance that some of these storms could be severe. Now, the further south you're located, the quicker the rain will be. We could see more consistent rain north of Dane County. But unfortunately, if you notice the timing, a lot of our area may actually see rain during the fireworks show tomorrow night. Now, at least that's what the forecast looks like for now. Still could see some minor changes between now and then, but I would just be prepared prepared to have the umbrella with you if you have any outdoor plans, but I also would advise not to cancel any outdoor plans because a lot of areas, if they do see rain, will likely be very brief. And most of our area will see rain at some point, but it is possible that a few locations may miss out on it altogether. Now, as I mentioned, it will be very quick and the rain will move out rather quickly, and we're looking fairly dry for the later overnight hours into early Friday morning before more lighter showers move into our area during the day on Friday. So here's a look at your official 4th of July forecast. We'll be in the 70s in the morning, 80s in the afternoon, but certainly comfortable. You know, some 4th of July's, the temperatures are well into the 90s. We're likely going to not even get close to 90, but we do have that chance of some storms later in the day. So as I mentioned, no need to cancel any outdoor plans, but just have a backup plan, either an umbrella or maybe a place to go inside because the rain may get heavy, but not expected to last very long. So Thursday night will be the best chance of rain, and then we have another chance of rain as we get into the day on Sunday. Also Friday, but that's kind of the same system as what we're going to see Thursday night. And as we've been talking about, the temperatures are going to remain very close to average high 81 to 82, maybe even slightly below that. But considering this is pretty much the warmest time of the year, at least we're getting close to that, these temperatures are certainly very comfortable. Now, we also have a few other chances of storms beyond just Friday and Sunday, as I mentioned. Chance of storms Monday and Tuesday with a few smaller chances for next week. But overall, you know, a fairly quiet forecast considering, although we do have a chance of storms, we're not expecting anything nearly as much as Tuesday alone. In fact, the next 10 days, we may see less rain completely than we saw on Tuesday alone, as I mentioned. So fairly quiet. So even though there are a few chances of storms, but I am very much looking forward, and I say looking forward to, but they're happening now. The temperatures, I mean, this is the hottest time of the year, and they're not really that hot. I'm loving it. I don't know about you.
Me too, Jacob. Thanks so much. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Our Constitution has given us more rights, freedoms, and prosperity than any country in history. Every 4th of July, we come together to celebrate those freedoms. But right now, we're a divided nation. We have to stop putting on the blue jersey or red jersey. Instead, put on the red, white, and blue jersey. Come together and get things done. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message. Happy 4th of July!
Get an 11% rebate at Menards. Check out our great stock selection of garage and utility lighting, like this 42-inch Performax LED shop light. It has a sleek, modern profile and links with multiple units. Just $14.99 after rebate. Improve your energy efficiency with ballast-free lights from Zone Lighting. The ballast-free fixture design accommodates replacement LED bulbs. Now $12.98 after 11% rebate at Menards. #1 in customer satisfaction among home improvement retailers, according to J.D. Power.
Save big money at Menards.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
This summer, feel confident from head to toe with Sono Bello Permanent Fat Removal and get summer body ready in just one visit.
I saw the results immediately. It's the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, y'all, and my abs haven't been this flat since before I had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sono Bello's biggest sale of the year. Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It will change your life. It did for me.
I can't wait till the summertime hit. Hot Mom Summer, here I come.
Call 1-800-905-6520 now or go to sonobello.com to claim special pricing.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Enjoy one of our tasty steak patty sandwiches paired with a $2 medium-iced coffee.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. Trust your home with RG Heating and AC.
We're a family-owned farm. With all the deliveries we make to stores and restaurants, when gas prices go up, we get hit pretty hard. We all know these big oil companies make huge profits off us. And I just think, How many guys like me do they have to screw over to make money? When I heard about President Biden's plan to crack down on big oil companies, I thought, okay, thank God. Because it's about damn time big oil companies started paying their fair share.
Timmy time is coming back to Madison. Timmy Thomas Ilara, a member of last year's Badger volleyball team, signing with League One Volleyball in Madison, a brand new professional league. She spent just one season with Wisconsin, but made an impact for the Badgers in 2023. Thomas Ilara ranked 4th on the team in kills per set and tied a program record for most aces in a 3-set match. She spent her first 4 collegiate seasons at Northwestern University. Game 3 of 4 for the Brewers tonight in Denver, facing the Rockies. A 1-run victory for each team through the first 2 games of the series. We picked this one up in the top of the first from Coors Field. Christian Yelich showing a resurgency this season, sending this ball out into the seats in a matter of seconds for a solo shot in the nearly early 1-0 lead. That's all the run support Colin Ray would need. He pitches 7 scoreless innings in the Mile High City. Brewers take down Colorado 3-0, the final. And a big honor for 2 Brewers, not only Yelich and catcher William Contreras being named as starters for the National League All-Star team. This will be Yelich's 3rd All-Star game appearances and Contreras' 2nd. The Major League Baseball All-Star game is Tuesday, July 16th from Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. LeBron James is returning to the Lakers, but was anyone doubting Daddy would be back after they drafted his son Bronny last week? ESPN reporting earlier today he's signing a 2-year deal worth $104 million. It seals the deal on the much-anticipated NBA father-son duo for the first time in league history. Last season, LeBron came the first player to hit the milestone of scoring 40,000 career points. He also tops the all-time playoff scoring leaderboard. Well, few things are more of an American tradition than the Nathan's hot dog eating contest on Coney Island each Independence Day. Ahead of the event tomorrow, competitors stepping on the scale for the weigh-in. This bun fight is serious business, attracting competitors from as far away as the Czech Republic and even Japan. Missing from the competition, reigning champ Joey Chestnut. He's excluded from this year's digestive nightmare over his sponsorship deal with another brand. The new popular favorite to take the mustard belt home, James Webb from Australia.
Tomorrow there's going to be a new champion and it's going to be a great experience, and I'm just happy to be here.
What a gracious guy. What I thought he was going to say is, and that champion's going to be me.
Hey, it might be. The men's competition starts at 11 a.m. on ESPN2 tomorrow. And in case you're wondering what the first place prize is, in addition to the highly coveted mustard belt, there's also $10,000 up for grabs. We're back with the final check of the first sworn forecast right after this.
The Stars and Stripes savings must end July 4th at Ashley. Get the guaranteed lowest prices with savings up to 75% off holiday doorbusters in stock while they last. And save even more on closeouts. Plus, take special financing for 5 years. Only at Ashley.
It's their classic rock that brings audiences to their feet. It's Blue Oyster Cult, performing live Saturday, August 31st at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Tickets on sale now through Ticketmaster. Over 5 decades of music, thrilling fans everywhere. It's Blue Oyster Cult, August 31st at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
Chevy lets you begin every day fully charged, so you can go farther. And so can your money. Tow with confidence. Plus, stay connected with available OnStar technology. For summer adventures, Chevy's got you. Get $5,750 total value on this Silverado LT when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet's 4th of July sale is going on now, so celebrate and save with great summer deals throughout the store. Like these Blaine's Farm and Fleet camp chairs, just $9.99. Men's work and sport pocket tees, $12.99. Rewards members save an extra $2. 15% off all American flags, and select pet treats, 20% off. In a rush? Place your orders online at farmandfleet.com and pick your items up in our convenient drive-thru in just 1 hour.
It's Red, White, and Bargains during Hy-Vee's 4-day sale this Monday through Thursday. 6-pack bottles of Pepsi products, just $2.99 each when you buy 4. Whole seedless watermelon, just $3.98 each. Fresh ground chuck, just $3.98 a pound. Ritz crackers or Chips Ahoy cookies, just $1.99. Our special recipe brats or patties, 10 for just $10. And Lay's kettle cooked rolled gold or munchies, just $1.99 each when you buy 4. Monday through Thursday, only at Hy-Vee.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
How much I weigh is nobody's business.
But Eric Hovde wants to make it his.
Eric Hovde thinks that if you're overweight, insurance companies should charge you more.
There should be consequences to those personal choices. Fine, you want to do that? Your health care is going to cost more.
How insulting is that?
Hovde would increase health care costs for 1 out of every 3 people in Wisconsin.
Eric Hovde, what the hell is wrong with this guy?
The time to save is now during Ashley's Stars and Stripes mattress event. Get the guaranteed lowest prices on top mattress brands. Save up to $1,200 instantly on adjustable mattress sets and special financing for 60 months. Save now at Ashley.
News 3 Now, moving forward in Madison.
Tonight, no liquor at Trump golf courses. In a related story, Rudy Giuliani has announced he is voting for Joe Biden.
Colbert's got Jake Gyllenhaal tonight on CBS.
Well, a car accident in Missouri had some people doing a double take this morning when a truck carrying dinosaur statues slid off this highway. This is in Clacamo. Police arrived to the scene only to be greeted by grinning dinosaurs on a flatbed. I like how the first one looked realistic and the other one was just like a smiley face.
That one's just pink.
Yeah, that one, exactly. Investigators say it recently rained and the driver was likely going too fast for the conditions. No dinosaurs or people were hurt in this accident.
I couldn't help but laugh at the start of the story. You said people had to take a double take, and as you were saying that, I double taked at the sight of the dinosaurs.
See?
Like, it was just like, wait, what? So,
who doesn't? You see dinosaurs, you're like, whoa, what?
It is funny. I wonder what that was for, because like there were some that looked very realistic, and then there was one that was just, like I said, just pink.
Yeah, just pink,
So,
just
yeah,
a little Sharpie smiley face on there. Anyways, this is probably going to be wet enough conditions for dinosaurs tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to see as much rain as we saw yesterday for certainty, but we do have a good chance of some storms. Likely going to be brief, so don't cancel outdoor plans, but bring an umbrella just in case.
Thanks so much for joining us. See you tomorrow on Independence Day.